Joining me are two of the nominees for the Emmy and Theatre Awards, Vanessa Kirby, who is nominated in the newcomer category, and Oscar Pearce, who's up for the Best Supporting Actor. They are currently both starring in Ghosts at Bolton Octagon. Well, let's start with what you're starring in and get to the awards later on. Ghosts. Now, it says sensational and shocking. I'm excited. Discuss.
Well, it's set we've set it in Lancashire in the 1880s. Originally, it was set in Norway because Ibsen was Norwegian, but we've put it in, into a Lancashire context, and it's about concealed truths. About how people will conceal the truth in order to present a better public image of themselves, or in order to protect other people.
Yeah, no matter how terrible the lie is.
Yeah, it's skeletons in the closet, and as the play progresses, all these skeletons start coming out, and it has this kind of quite shocking outcome.
Yeah. Now, I always ask this about plays because I think theatre is something you either do or you don't do. Is this something that if you were slightly thinking, I might go to the theatre, yes, you'd enjoy it and you'd understand it?
Well, Ibsen obviously is kind of originally known for being quite difficult and quite dense, and obviously he was writing in 1892. That's when the play was written. So it tends to be seen as quite dated. And what we've done, David Thacker, the new artistic director of the Octagon Theatre, who's just come in, and this is his second play of his first season here, and he's got a 3-year contract there, but he probably will stay on longer to kind of develop his kind of vision for the theatre. But what he did is he decided to, for this play, develop a new translation with the actors and with a really famous kind of Norwegian translator to make a really modern translation that is accessible, so anybody can see it without finding it difficult or not being able to understand things or missing things as an audience member. So in terms of, people being worried about being an Ibsen play, so perhaps quite difficult, it's not at all.
It's been updated, and there are references to Lancashire, I presume.
Well, we try to keep the colloquialisms more to Lancashire, and I think the theatre, anyone can really get involved in a play. Yes. This play, I can understand people being worried about accessibility, but it's really about family relationships, and everyone can relate to that. And I think that this particular production really focuses on those relationships and makes it very, very clear.
So I had to brush up my Lancashire accent.
Yeah. You should have come here, would have been able to help.
Exactly.
Now, Vanessa, up for newcomer, and actually, that was your first ever play.
Yeah, All My Sons was the play.
Yes, that you're nominated for.
Yes,
yeah. That's amazing. You must feel so happy.
Yeah, it's really, like I was saying to Oscar earlier, it's really like the icing on the cake. I didn't expect it at all, and obviously these are quite prestigious theatre awards, so it was a kind of dream, really. I was meant to be going to drama school, a drama school called LAMDA in London, the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, in September, but that kind of all went to pieces when David offered me these two plays, and also A Midsummer Night's Dream, which starting in February, it opens in February. So I kind of had the option to do drama school or kind of learn on the job, and that's kind of what I've done, really.
And Oscar, you're up for Best Supporting Actor
That's correct, for All My Sons as well.
Oh, didn't we do well?
Yeah.
Well?
It's a fantastic play, and David Thacker, the director, had a close relationship with Arthur Miller, the playwright. Yeah. And, it was such a privilege for us all to work with David on a Miller play, and it really, there's always a bit of alchemy involved when you're doing a play, and we really enjoy the rehearsal process, and the whole approach, David's whole approach to it was fantastic, and then we just got brilliant responses from the audience. In the end, it was a really successful
And you're
production.
both sort of, are you new to this theatre?
Am I new to
just
the
in
business?
General, the business. Or
no,
are
I've
you
been doing it.
hat?
I've been doing it. I'm 62, so
It is
aged well.
Yeah, no, I've been doing it a few years.
Yeah. Well, my next question would be: would you move on from? Is theatre sort of a starting point, or is that where you want to be? Would you want to go to television, films, Hollywood?
People always ask those questions. I think that really, as an actor, you're trying to, all work is work, and you're trying to. There are obviously different fields, and there are different kicks out of doing the various things. But, no actor really looks at theatre or film or, TV.
As being better or not,
Yeah, we'd like, gig's a gig, and it's also, it's the material, and the material in plays tends to be very good. These are classic plays, modern classics, and so it's always a great joy to do that. But there's, tremendous amount of TV and film.
Wonderful. Well, good luck. December the 8th is actually awards. We'll be watching
and rooting
with interest. Guys, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Jemma.
Cheers.